Okay, just got disconnected, guys, but I just started. I don't even know. I'm not even on the computer today. I'm actually on the phone, hoping that it won't get disconnected. Seems like it did. I think just because so many people are on Amazon. But let's go back to the toner. That's where I left off, guys. This is my toner. I did already spray it right before I got kicked off, but that's what I do love about it. It sprays, so I don't have to waste a cotton swab. It is $28.50 with the Prime deal, guys. Regularly $38. This is a milkshake toner, one of the highly recommended ones for your part of your skincare routine. Also, this one has squalene, hyaluronic acids. It's super hydrating as well as balancing like a toner, guys. Now, to my eyes. Let's see if we can actually get them in here. Now, I think I'm going to actually move this over just a little bit so whenever I reach for stuff, I won't go so much out of the screen, whatever. This is my under eye serum, guys, because as you can see, I get a lot of dark circles. I get a lot of swelling or puffiness under my eyes. And I use caffeine around my lips to actually help plump them. Now, one thing that makes this one of my favorites is this one doesn't just only have the caffeine in it, but it also has niacinamide, vitamin C, so it's going to be brightening for my under eye as well. And we have the acrylic applicator here, which also helps with the depuffing because it's cooling. And then, like I said, I take some of this and rub it around my lips, guys. It's a little secret you're probably not going to see many other places. But if you put that caffeine around your lips, it'll constrict and then boom, make your lips look a little fuller. I mean, we're not talking about drastic plastic surgery results, but every little bit helps when you got little tiny lips like mine. So boom, guys. Now the regular price of this one is $32. It's currently on sale for 15% off, making it $27.10. And if you're a Prime member, $21.59 is going to be your total price because you're going to get an extra, what is that, $6 off. That's the best price I've seen it since I've gotten mine. And if you guys ever watch any of my Get Readies with me, you know that this is one of my staples that I use during my skin prep, my skincare, because it does help really depuff. You'll actually probably see a difference in my lips and eyes before we even get to the makeup, because it only takes like a few minutes to really kick in. Now, next thing I have up is lip treatment. Now I have this one. What I love about these, super affordable. Check that out. 15% off, makes them under $10 at $8.48. That's $8.48. And we have a night and day one. We have the night one. It's going to be a little bit more hydrating, and it still has the plumping in it. The day one, which is the one I'm actually using, this one has a little bit more plumping in it. And this one, the day one, will actually tingle a little bit on my lips. So not only are we getting them hydrated for my look today, but I'm also, again, look at that, getting some further plumping from my lip gloss. And then we also use the caffeine around my lips. Boom, again, $8.48 for both of those, guys. Now, as mentioned, skin prep, skincare, super important to me, to my skin, so that it looks good when I do put the makeup on. And we're going to have a really fun look using the Alice in Wonderland line, guys. Yes, she's scared because they're out there mowing. Hi, baby. What are you doing? It's my dog, guys. Now, up we've got my face treatment. I actually mixed both of these, so it's great that they actually come in a little duo together. But I've got the peptide serum. We've got the collagen capsule cream right here. Both are salmon DNA items right here. They're currently 31% off, which makes it $30 for both. Super great price, because I think alone you're going to pay almost $30 for just the serum or the capsule cream. Regularly priced is a $43.79, and this is how I use them. And you can see it's like little boba balls in there, although most of them have already broken from me sticking my finger in there so many times. And then this is how I put them on, guys. I put one on, I don't blend it in yet, and then when I get the capsule cream, I blend these two together and massage this all around my face. And this is a really great for a nice summer skin, because we're going to really get that glass skin effect with this duo right here, as well as the salmon DNA will actually help even out my skin tone, help brighten, plump, and helps with my anti-aging. So in time, with consistent use, it's going to help with my fine lines and wrinkles. And again, for that price, $30, it's like $15 a piece, guys. You can't go wrong. That salmon DNA has been viral everywheres. So now we're going to go into priming, and I actually have two down there. We have the skincare right here with the vitamin C, and we have the Peter Thomas Roth. And I think what I'm going to do, because they're both on sale and I love both of them for different reasons, I'm going to mix them and see how they look. This one is actually a brightening treatment, the one by Belif right here. It's got niacinamide, vitamin C, but it blurs, so it's really great to use it as a primer. It's currently 8% off. It makes it $34.99. Now I'm going to go in with the Peter Thomas Roth, which also is multitasking. It's anti-aging here with a little bit of a glow in here, kind of like the Lumi that we're going to be using, the Lumi Glotion, I mean. And it's going to also, again, prime. This one here is currently 30% off, making it $29.40. Now, I have never mixed the two of these before and tried this, so this is a first time exclusive right here on the Amazon Live, guys. So look at that. And it's looking like it is turning out just as good as I had hoped it would. Look at that. So I'm not only blurred, but it's got a little bit of a glow, and it's skincare. I'll have brightening from the Belif, and I'm going to have the anti-aging with the Peter Thomas Roth. Boom! Okay, now let's go ahead and get some foundation in, guys. We're going to be using one of my favorite spring summer foundations, a Maybelline Superstay Lumi Matte, guys. Now, what I personally love about this, one, 30 hour. Shake it up, put some on my hand. But two is the Lumi matte finish of it. It's a very natural finish with still really good coverage. I don't like my foundations to be too matte. And normally, day to day, I don't want them to be too glowy. I will sometimes use a halo glow when I'm going for a glow look. But most of the days, I just want a nice natural finish. And this one does the job. Now, I have a shade 110. It's probably actually a couple shades lighter than my actual skin tone. I used self-tanner the last couple days, so I am a little bit darker. But that actually works out, because with contour, it ends up being actually the perfect shade for me, because then I don't have to highlight with an extra concealer or anything like that, because this will already have that highlight effect just from it being lighter. Plus, when I put that powder on over it here in a minute, it definitely won't even see that light. Nor once I even get it blended in. You guys see? Once I get it blended in. Now, this bad boy is on sale, and it's from Maybelline. So, that, not always going to be getting sales from them, guys. And it's currently 20% off, making it $11.97. And then with the Prime, if you have Prime, that brings it down to $11.36. So you get like an extra 50 cents off if you're Prime. But hey, take it. Because it's up, for the most of this deal, you don't even need Prime, is basically what I'm saying. But if you have Prime, of course, take that extra 50 cents off, guys. Now we have the finish, and you can see it's a very nice, natural finish. I used a damp beauty blender, one by Real Techniques right here, to actually blend that out. They have them here on Amazon, but they don't have that shade. I have the new Bare Nudes or something. Okay, guys, now we're going to go on to the powder. And I'm going to be using the Sace Lady today. And this here is one of my favorite powders. One, the price. You guys can see it's at a really nice, just regular price at $19.99. But with Prime, you can actually get it for $15.99. And it's better than any high-end powder foundation that I've ever used. This is a shade that I have. This one's probably actually a shade too dark, so it works out with this one being too light. But it really is full coverage for one. It really is waterproof. I have tested it in other videos by pouring water on my face. And two, I've seen some people on the Clock Shop use it to actually like set something and then it doesn't budge, like maybe their blush or their lipstick or something, put this over top of it, and now that's waterproof. I haven't so much tested that out as much, but I would imagine since it itself is waterproof that that would probably be the case. And then I just take, it did come with a nice sponge to be honest, but I just take a nice fluffy brush and blend it out, guys. Again, I am older, so I don't need a whole lot of powder on here. I don't always even use powder, but this one blurs as well as sets my foundation. Do you see that? How this just kind of blurred out some of my fine lines and wrinkles. I'm getting a flashback from my name right there. I don't think you guys are seeing it on your end, but I'm seeing it on mine. And then boom, guys, now we have the powder foundation on. And this is going to come in different shades. So if you need to get a different shade, should even have translucent, some darker shades as well. But now, again, with Prime, $15.99, guys. Now we got to do my brows. For that one, we're going to be using one of my longtime favorites by iMethod. I have the pen right here where we have two prongs that are curved. And we have one that's almost just like an eyeliner brush. It's super thin so that you can really get like hair-like brush strokes in there. And this here bad boy is currently, what is that? $14.97 with 6% off. And then with Prime, you're going to get even a further deal of, what is that? $9.99 will be the total price. So it's like an extra $5 off with Prime, guys. And you can see how easy it is to use this. This being curved really does help me get over my own skin. And you can see I just kind of get it at the angle right here and just start putting little brush strokes in here, guys. And I have to use a mirror. I can't do the camera for this part. So sorry if the mirror is bothering you guys, but okay. And I don't know, this is a unique shape we've got on my brow today. This is not usually the shape that I would use for my eyebrows, but we're going to go with it and see how it ends up looking with the rest of it. I think I just went up too high. Yeah, that's what I've done. But I'll fix it here in a second where they're at least a match. They're both going to be a little higher, which actually probably works out because it being higher is going to also make me look younger. It'll almost look like a little facelift. You'll see. Okay, so again, just putting these brush strokes in here, guys. We have the skinnier end too if you wanted to just do one brush stroke at a time. I'm using the curved double-ended side. I think I have like a light brown, but it does come in other shades, guys. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with these brows today. I did not get a very good shape. I think it's because I'm on camera. But this might actually work for the Alice in Wonderland thing because it is kind of like almost like a caricature shape right we got going on right here. I still love this. This is not the pen's fault. This was me, maybe because I'm filming and it makes me a little nervous. But this is what we got, a new shape. You guys might even like it. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just I like mine to be a little bit more arched and maybe not so high up. But anyway, that is on sale, guys. Now we're going to get into the meat and potato. Hi, user. How are you? Oh, I've been great. Welcome, welcome. Yes. Actually, everything that I have down here is on sale today for Amazon Prime, or it's just on sale. But every item, every one is on sale. Now, some of them you will need a membership to actually get that deal. But for the most part, you should be able to get that deal, because I'm going to assume if it, you're here for Prime Day, you have Prime and you're expecting that. But there are going to be many of the items where you have to have a Prime deal. Now, the next one we have up is my Alice in Wonderland, the entire line, guys. And yes, it's on sale. We got highlighter, contour. We have lip gloss. We have glitter eyeliner. We have liquid eyeshadow. You're going to see probably most of it, me using it today. We have the eye palette. I don't know that I'll get to everything today, though, because I probably won't contour, but I'll show you that. I think I have most of the lip stuff out. So it's going to be fun. And we're actually going to be coming back to this eye method to be using it as a lip liner. I don't know how that'll work. But anyway, the entire line is 39% off, guys. And that makes it $51.65. Regular price, $85. So I think that goes without saying that that is definitely a really good price. Now, what I'm going to be doing for an eye primer today, guys, because I couldn't find any of my eye primers on sale for Prime Day. So what I'm actually using right now is the e.l.f. Camo Powder. Again, it's not on sale, so if somebody wants me to tag it, I can. And I'm just putting it down just over my eyes, because that's going to brighten my eyes and at least make them a little bit better for the eyeshadow. They're not going to be sticky like I usually have them for eyeshadow, but we're going to be using a liquid eyeshadow, the one that actually came in the line. So this is how we're going to do it. I don't know that I have tried it like this, but I think it'll work. And already I think it looks pretty good just like this. So there we go. I kind of concealed, and I kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not conceal. Primed my eyes. Because that powder reminds me a lot of some of your powder eye primers anyway. So now let's get into the eyeshadows right here. Now, what I may not have mentioned is it also came with a couple brushes. I will say the brushes it came with, they're not particularly my favorite. They're not horrible, but they're just not really my favorite, if you guys know what I mean. But we are going to be using one or two of them just so that you guys can see them. I wanted to get the glitter mascara too. Here it is, okay. Now, there's a few things I definitely do going to use. So taking one of these brushes that it came with, this one is what I actually do really like. As you can see, it's just a nice all-around brush right there. So we're actually going to take it, boom, like so. And I wanted to use colors from actual Amazon Prime. And I think this one matches pretty well. And then we've got yellow. So what I think I'm going to do is actually not even need the brush. Yeah, let's use the brush first. So I'm going to take this Goldie shade right here. And I'm going to pop that right here in my crease, guys. Because I'm going to have that blue kind of with my eyeliner, I think. I don't know how else to really fit a blue in. So, and this one here is a nice shimmery gold shade, guys. And you can see it's going on really nicely over that camo powder foundation. But really, I mean, it goes on. I've used it with regular primer, no primer. It goes on really good regardless. This is actually my first time using it with this way. And then I'm going to put a little bit here under my eye. A little bit here under my eye. Boom. Now, taking that same brush, I actually want to deepen that crease. So we're going to take this like sparkly brown right here. Just a little tad bit right there, guys. And then just pop that right there in that crease. You guys see how I did that? Boom. And kind of blend that out. Boom. Maybe just a little bit more down here. Down here. Boom. Now I want to blend all of this out. We're not done. I'm not done with the eyes, but I got to blend it just a little bit. So I'm just going to blend some of this out. And then we're going to take this brush again. I'm going to take that sparkly brown. I will say it does look, I'll show you here in a second. It looks really sparkly when you look at it, but it really is matte. The sparkles fall off unless you use something sticky. And you guys know I definitely did not use anything sticky. But you see, it's really pretty, and it is pretty if I was to use something sticky and have those sparkles in there. But it's really pretty. It's just a matte brown too. So that's how I'm using it. Okay, now for the corner of my eyes, we're going to take this sparkly white and this white, just kind of blend both of those together. And we're going to get like a shimmery white, and I'm going to pop that right here in the corner, guys. And remember, I've got that powder down there as a primer. And then same thing over here with this side. I don't think I had as much white on this side. And then just a little tiny bit right here, whatever's left over underneath my brow. Ba-da! Okay, now for my lower lash collar. That looks a little bit too gold. I'm trying to figure out what shade I want for that. That looks a little bit too green. And I think that one was a little bit too light. Actually, let's do that. I think what I'm going to do is mix this brown with this sparkly green right here. Let's just take some of it. Ends up, I think, looking purple almost. Oh yeah, it looks purple, but I have to say, admit, it does look really, really cool. I'll tell you that. Put a little bit more of that white over it to give it an iridescent look. And I'm not even done with this yet. What I'm going to do now I do want it a little bit sticky. Now we're going to take the liquid, released it. Instead I lost connection, guys. Last time it just disconnected me, and then I had to start all over. And I can't start all over today, because guess what? It is eye makeup, already almost done. Okay, guys, so now this is probably going to be it as far as the eyeshadow. We are going to be coming back to the eyeshadow, though, because I'm going to be using one eyeshadow with the eyeliner. So I'm just going to kind of put it aside now and curl my lashes real quick, because we're not done yet. Close, but not done. I would like to have something a little bit stickier than that liquid eyeshadow, though. I wonder if the Lumi would work. Because I have even a better idea for this lower lid, guys. Like I said, I have not tried. We could have actually used the glitter eyeliner. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Lumi. I'm going to make my own eyeshadow collar. I took some of the Lumi, guys. We'll get to it here in a minute. It is tagged. It is on sale. And I'm going to take some of this white, mix it in with the Lumi, and mix some of the glitter in with that as well. So it's already super glittery. Oh yeah, that's going to be really pretty. We need a little bit more glitter in here. Okay, so I made my own. Ah, that is super pretty, and that is definitely what I was wanting. You see that? Now that's super pretty, guys. You wait till we get that eyeliner on. It's going to look even better. Okay, now that we have my lashes curled, we can actually do the eyeliner. Really crowded, I guess, again. So I think what I am going to do, we're going to go ahead and line it with this part first, and then we'll get the lower lash stamp on. That gives this a little bit time to revive with the setting spray that I just used. But you're going to see why I love this eyeliner. I do actually like the lower lash stamp. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I actually have pretty long lower lashes. You can see how graphic I can actually get this. So I just don't really need it. But I love this eyeliner so much. I have obviously repurchased this again and again just for the eyeliner part. Okay. Trying to just make them both match here. It's one's pretty pointy and one is not, and that bothers me. Like OCD about my eyeliner. Okay, now I think they do pretty much match. So now I'm going to go through this part right here. It's really hard for me to talk with the eyeliner part, guys, so I apologize. But as always, if you have any questions or anything, just drop them in the comments. I know I am pretty good at doing this, though, on screen user. Okay. And like I said, I'm actually going to be adding that blue eyeshadow to this because I want this to have a little bit of a Prime Day feel. And that blue eyeshadow is just like the perfect Amazon shade. So, you'll see. And I often do my eyeliner like this where I'll add bright colors and stuff to it. And that's because I'm old and I can't always just wear bright colors on just my eyes. But I can pull them off on eyeliner. It's hard for me to get my eyeliners to match some days, and that's what the problem is today. I really didn't want this big of a wing. But hey, this is what I got, guys. This is what I got. And now I've got to go with it and make both of them match. Okay, I think I did. Now I'm going to put another little line right here. Because again, we're going to be doing our lower lash stamp as part of this. So I want like a little line right there. But now, guys, now, still not done because we got to get the lower lash stamp part. So, there we go. I got to figure out which eye does this one go to. Right? Yeah. So it's going to go like this. So this one is to this eye. So now let's get this out. And if you're just tuning in, hi, I am Jenny Lee. We are doing an Amazon Prime Get Ready With Me makeup look inspired by Amazon Prime. But you'll see when I add the blue, it will be a lot more primey. I just tap it right in there, guys. Boom. And now we have a lower lash stamp. Same thing for the other eye. And again, yes, my ink is definitely probably dried out. But remember, I sprayed some setting spray on there, guys. And you can see how much it revives it. And I can end up using this lower lash stamp for a really long time. I'm going to see if we can't make this one over here on this eye just a little bit brighter. There we go. Okay, so now we have our lower lash stamp on, and I think it's actually going to end up looking really cool once I actually add the glitter to it as well, which I definitely will be doing. Now, okay, we're going to go back to the Wet n Wild because I don't want to go to the eyeliner yet. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Now we're going to take this palette again, guys, and now I've got to get a really... Oh, no, let's use the glitter. The glitter liner. I don't know that. I don't know. That might make a mess. Okay, and let's see. Again, I haven't done this look, guys. This is all just spur of the moment. I mean, I kind of had an idea what I wanted to do for Prime, but I didn't practice it or anything like that, or really think exactly how I was going to pull it off. Okay, so I think what I'm going to attempt is take the glitter eyeliner from the Wet n Wild, guys, because this should actually be sticky enough to hold that blue. And I'm putting this right over top of my eyeliner. This eyeliner. These eyeliners, because I wanted some glitter to hang out. And then we're going to take this blue, because that is, again, a really nice, perfect blue for Amazon Prime. And I'm going to actually put it over top of that glitter because the glitter should be sticky. And just a little bit on this part of the eye. I don't need a whole lot of blue poking out over here. But when we get over here closer to the wing, we can definitely start putting that blue a little bit more heavy here. Blend it out. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of that blue right here at this other eyeliner. And look at that. See, we got like the perfect amount of blue without it being too much. Oh, I didn't put the glitter. So the glitter definitely made a big difference. It wasn't sticking at all without. Okay, so now I've got it on top there. And so now we're going to add our blue. Again, we're putting it over the glitter too, so it's really giving it a nice effect. It's making the blue look pretty shimmery. I'm going to add a little bit more over here on this side. Because I feel like I could have had more. Okay, now again, add a little bit right here in this corner. Okay, so let's put this right here. And then that blue again. Blue. Blue. Put a little bit more glitter over here in this corner. Okay. Because it looks really good with that blue coming out right here. Okay, so there we go, guys. Now the eyes are indeed done. So now let's get into some cheek color. Actually, no, we're doing mascara and everything last whenever I'm done with Alice in Wonderland. Now we're going to go in with the Alice in Wonder multi-use cheek color. You can actually use this on your eyes and lips. And I'm just going to kind of put some on here just like so, guys. And then taking that same beauty blender that I used earlier, I'm going to actually just blend this out. And I'm actually going to even add more blush to give it a little bit of dimension, because we also have powder blush that this kit came with. And you can see this blends out very nicely, very naturally. It's not too much. It's like the perfect amount if you ask me. And then here is the blush kit. And look at that. We can actually use this nice fluffy brush right here that came with the kit. Again, this here is part of the collection of brush. And this is how the blushes are. And I just kind of take and mix these ones right here. And you can see these ones are more pink. The other ones were more peach. And I really think they go really well together. They complement each other for a little bit of dimension, a nice natural cheek glow. But now, look at that. And then we've got highlighter, which we'll probably actually add later. But here's the highlighter. I am going to be doing that. I might not even be on it when I do. Now, for the lips, what I'm going to do, oh, we might actually use this, is we're actually going to take, what's the next item? Why do I have a lower lash stamp? Oh, because I came back. Lumi, mascara. The Milk Makeup one I have in here, I don't know where I put it, so we're actually not going to be getting to that one. I meant to take it out. So anyway, we're going to go to this eye method. And I'm going to try to line my lips with it. I have never done this before. With any brow liner for that matter. But I think I'm going to end up having to make a video. It looks like it's actually going to look pretty darn cool. So there it is with the eye method being being on there. And then I'm going to actually take that liquid eyeshadow. And I put that right there on there. Now, I was going to add a little bit of the highlighter to my lips now. Not too bad. Maybe not my favorite lip look, but it's actually not bad. I think I could have done a little bit better if I would have put like a lipstick or something down before that highlighter. But I don't know. It's not actually bad. Okay, now we got to finish highlighting and we got to do mascara, guys. The rest of the highlighter, I will be doing a mix of the Lumi Glotion and... where did I put my Lumi Glotion, guys? I just had it out. And a mix of the Wet n Wild. So we're going to go off of it for now. We're going to go ahead and go to the Lumi Glotion, guys. And to apply this, I just, again, put some here on the back of my hand. I take that damp beauty blender right here and just start applying it to where I want my highlighter. Now, again, the Wet n Wild kit did come with highlighter. So if you're wondering, you know, didn't it come with it? Yeah, it did. It came with pretty much everything. But putting a nice liquid one down first, I feel like it makes the this one stand out. I do this with all my powder highlighters just to get a little bit more, you know, power for my punch. And now we're going to take this other brush here, again from the set. We're going to get back in that highlighter again. And I'm just kind of actually grabbing a little bit of all colors mixed together. And now, just highlighting over where I just highlighted with the Lumi. And now look at the super glow that I have. Now we are like in the home stretch of being done, guys. I needed my blending brush here. It's okay. So I think the last thing I have left now is just mascara. I don't think there was anything else. Oh, I was going to add a little bit of white eyeliner. Okay. That's my, Amazon Prime bow. I feel like JoJo Siwa, which, by the way, she did repost one of my videos and made me go viral. Now we're going in with a Lash Princess, guys. It is normally only $4.99, so it's a good price every day. But with the Prime, you can get it for $3.99 and get a whole dollar off, guys. So it's worth it to me, because this hardly even goes on sale in the stores in person. So anytime you can find it on sale for even $1 cheaper, I would do it. Because this has been one of my longtime favorite everyday mascara. It's a cult favorite, probably because it's affordable and it works really well. It's a great for lengthening, as you guys can see. See, there's one eye done. Now let's do this other one. It goes on really smooth. If I had one complaint, it doesn't last very long. Which for the price, that's probably why. They just probably don't fill the bottle up very much. Aside from that, I have no complaints. But I usually will buy like 2 at a time. And you can see I got those lower lash stamps on. So putting this over it is really, really cool. Good, using a good mascara over that lower lash stamp gives a really, really cool effect. You see that? Because now it just looks like it's all I've got is a whole bunch of lower lashes. And that's because I used the stamp. And I put a lot of mascara on my own lashes. And I'm just going on now with the second coat. Because these ones just did not want to curl very good. Okay, guys, so this is my Amazon Prime day look for today. Oh, yeah, just some eyeliner here. I guess I have one more thing. The Milk Makeup Mini, guys, I can't find it. I was going to do one eye with it, one eye with the other one, and I have no idea where the Milk Makeup one went to. But it is on sale, so I wanted to add it. It's regularly $15. It doesn't even say here how much it is. Let me look. I took notes today. Oh, that one didn't even pop up here. So I don't know. It's not showing me how much it is with the Prime, but it is on sale. It is a tiny one, but believe it or not, it actually lasts a really good long time. Maybe even longer than the full-size Lash Princess. Now for the last item, guys, which obviously is not necessary for my look. My look, I could definitely be done for the day. But we are going to add a little bit of a white eyeliner here. What I'm going to do, since this is technically